Good morning, Stampers. This is Linda from Snowberry Stampers in Orlando. And today I wanted to share with you this month's product spotlight, which is the Hello Ladybug. And absolutely adorable, and so many different ideas as to what you can do. The punch will cut out this leaf and this body, but these dots can be stamped on top of these negative spaces or stamped alone. This you'd need to fussy cut, the flowers you need to fussy cut, but this flower is the medium daisy punch. So that just gives you another option. And yeah, so let's get started. All right, so we've got 4 projects, 2 of each, and then a little bonus project at the end. All right, so card number 1. And you've got all your parts and pieces. So you have this piece here, which is 2.5 by 6, which is for the envelope flap. You've got the white and this long strip, that's for the inside. And then for the outside, you're going to adhere the DSP. That side doesn't work. This DSP is going to go onto the front of the Blushing Bride. You've got a longer strip of Blushing Bride ribbon. Now this has been discontinued, but I just love it. All right, so you're going to tape that to the back, and then this just gets knotted on the front, okay, over here. Sorry for the shadow. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that right now. Right, that then gets adhered onto the card front. All right. Then you've got a doily, and that doily gets glued down to the front of the card. You're going to punch 2 ladybugs and 2 sets of wings. And instead of stamping black dots in those negative spaces, we're using matte black dots. So you've got those in your kit, which is a lot of black dots. Then we're going to punch out, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I have 8 sets of leaves on mine. And so when you do that, you can either cut them apart or leave them together. I fold mine a little bit just over my fingernail in half. And then I take a bone folder, and then I just kind of curl the ends down a little bit. And then you can glue some of these straight on, which I did, and others I popped up on dimensionals. And then the ladybugs are popped up on dimensionals as well. Then you're going to stamp a greeting. You can use one from the set, or I did hello and then my friend, so that's 2 different stamps. And then any kind of a shape that you've got for underneath as a layer. Okay. All right, so that's card number 1. Let me clear that away. All right, card number 2. All right. So I'm sorry, back on this first card. So the only color ink I used was basic black. All right. On this card, I used Granny Apple Green for the leaves. I stamped the flowers in any yellow, but this happens to be crushed curry. Okay. Then I stamped the center in black. The flowers are stamped in red. The dots here are red. I colored my ladybug. I stamped him in black, and I colored him with a red blend, but a red marker works just as fine. And then the dots are done in red as well. And like the previous card, the ribbon just gets wrapped around the back, and then a knot tied in the front. All right. Stamped the envelope as well. All right. The third card is a fun fold. So you've got the envelope. So you've got a little tag, and I stamped hello, and then I did the flowers in red, tied it on with just a piece of black twine. The red is just wrapped around the front. Now here's the fun fold. All right, so this is the front of the card. You've got a rectangle, and you've got a piece of die cut, and then I ran it through the embossing folder as well. All right, the ribbon does get wrapped all the way around. The ladybugs, I didn't stamp in the negative. Hold on, Maggie's gonna bark in a second here. Mags, come here. Okay, there's a dog walking by. Okay, here's Maggie. Say hi, Maggie. Hi, Maggie. There's my Maggie. Okay, so, where was I? Okay, so the ladybugs, I didn't stamp the black dots in the negative. I just left them, but I stamped red on red. And then I curved the wings like I did with the leaves before, and they're popped up on dimensionals, and then the ladybug itself is popped up on dimensionals. So when you go to, you just adhere this down to the front of the card, okay, halfway. Remember, don't put glue on the top half. Then to do the inside, all I did was turn this over. Let me get one of the kits out. And you've got two of these squares. One's embossed, so that's the front, and one's blank, so that's the inside. So what you do is you lay this on top, you center it on your black after you've adhered it to the card base, put glue on it, close this, and then it'll be perfectly lined up under the outside. Okay? So when you get your kit, the base is black, then you've got a half of the red, and you glue only the half down. All right, does that make sense? If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. But I think once you see all your parts and pieces, it'll make sense to you. Okay, then card number 4, by Max. Okay, so we're using the same DSP that we used from the first card, and that DSP is the Hostess paper from the annual catalog. Let's see if I can find that real quick. It's the Pattern Party on page 171. So the back sides are all black and whites. I love this pack. I mean, you get 48 sheets of paper, so pretty good value. All right, so here we've got just the DSP mounted to the black card. Again, the leaves are stamped in Granny Apple Green. The wings, I stamped red on white and punched them out and left the negative spaces as white. He's got 2 little matte black dots for his eyes. Little strip that I flagged at the end. The envelope, I didn't do a great job, but the leaves also stamped in Granny Apple Green. And the inside, I just stamped the other ladybug and colored him in with markers and or blends. Okay, that's that for the cards. Now the last project, I was just playing. So you can either use this as a door hanger, you could use it as a bookmark, you don't have to use this at all, but you have parts and pieces to create a whole bunch of little bugs and different things using the punch alone. So you've got a flower with 2 leaves, you've got a spider, the leaves obviously, we've got a little bumblebee, and he's got pool party wings, and then offset vellum leaves for his wings. Okay, can you see that? This one is a firefly, and so he's got vellum wings and white wings popped up on dimensionals, and then just a piece of the leaf for the little area that lights up at night. Then this one, it's a little deceiving because I've stuck leaves behind him, but he's just a pretty bug. Okay, so he's got vellum again and pool party. And then all I did from the body of the Ladybug is I just cut a pie shape wedge and put a pink piece underneath it. And then here we've got a pink and black Ladybug, and I just colored in, I took the stamp, this one here, and I just stamped those in black. All right, and then this line down the center with a little wedge at the top and the bottom makes it look like it's a little more three-dimensional than it actually is. Okay, so you've got all those parts and pieces. And okay, I think that's it. Last thing I want to tell you, it's a photopolymer set. So use a mat underneath. As you saw with my leaf here, I didn't use a mat underneath, and that's why I didn't get a full coverage. So that's real important, and you'll figure that out soon enough if you just stamp on a piece of scrap before you get started. And I'm trying to create some other cards that I'm going to go ahead and post on Pinterest and also on my Facebook page to give you some other ideas. I've seen this made into a sunflower, which is really very sweet. In fact, that's this. Okay, so, and on some of them I stamped the flower, and then on others all I did was just layer the punch. So technically that's not using the stamp set, but stamping it first and then punching it out makes for a great little flower. Okay. All right. Again, thank you very much for participating this month. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Happy stamping, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.